Hello. Yeah, hi everyone. Hope you can all hear me. Hey, hi Rama, hi Anisha, hi Radhika, Sharad, Karan. We'll just start in a minute, right? Uh, yep, hey everyone. So let's start. So before I just start, anything you would like to discuss? Any questions, queries?
Hi, Ankit.
Hi.
I tried tried using the map, like field map and normal maps. So what's the difference for map and field map, Amit?
Sure, I'll just show you.
And the interactions, I mean, we can't do edit interactions for maps and Q&A cards.
We can do it.
We can? Okay.
Yeah, we can. Just 1 second. I'm just opening that file.
And I tried the field map, but the city names are wrong. Like when I hover, I'm getting the wrong names over the city or state.
Yeah, same problem for me as well.
This was the report that we were creating yesterday. So where we created a couple of charts and filters we were trying to explore. Okay, so on the map. So did we create the map in the class? No, we didn't create, right? So
No.
so we'll discuss that. So let me just come on to that. Okay. So up till here, I think everyone was sorted, right? Like how the filters working, and we did discuss on the edit interactions also, right? How that interactions, the drilling part, how these were working, how to get a user hierarchy. So all those areas are clear to all of you,
Yes.
right? So now what I'll do over here is let's start with the map only. So you will find two maps over here, right? One is field map and one is normal map. See, a normal map that you create, okay? So Map is now, first of all, I would like to explain you something about the maps. So map that you create in Power BI or in fact any other tool, right, in Tableau also. Map is always a live feature. Basically, if you're not connected to the internet, so your map can be wrong. Okay. And in this Power BI, what happens is, do you all know about Bing? What is Bing?
Search engine like Google.
Search engine, right? It's a search engine of Microsoft.
Okay.
It's a Microsoft search engine. So basically, the map is integrated with the Bing search engine. So whenever you put any locations over here, so what happens is Bing technically map, what it does is it hits the internet and it generates the latitudes and longitudes of that. So if you will see over here, if you have to make a map, so I use this map, the globe map. So in this over here, what I do is I pick up my country. You pick up the country and you put it in the location. So you will see one country has been plotted, United States. I can see US now. Similarly, if you want to show states also, you bring the state in this. Then you bring the country, and after country, you bring state. Now, because you have country and state, remember yesterday we talked about hierarchies. So what happens is automatically you get a hierarchy over here. That I don't need to create a hierarchy always. I can simply drag and drop the fields also. That means now if I go from country to state, the chart will come at the state level. So now I can see all the states over here, which I have in my data. Now what I do is, definitely this chart is not of, I mean, just plotting the maps. I mean, location doesn't make a lot of sense. So I pick up the sales and put it in the, you will just scroll down, you will find the section of size. So what will happen now is the bubble is representing, the size of the bubble is representing the sale. Bigger bubble means higher sales, smaller bubble means lower sales. Okay, this is what is this chart is showing me now. So please all of you make this up to here. Okay. So now if you see over here, what happens now right now in this case is the map is created where I can see the sales. Is this clear to all? Are you all able to make this chart? So now what you will do is in this, if you will go into the formatting of this map, you will find some good options related to the formatting also. Like for example, bubbles. If you want to increase the size of the bubbles a little bit, you can do that. So they will all increase proportionally, right? The same thing that happened in the Tableau also. Then you have another type of a map which is called as filled map, right? Filled map means it will show you the locations completely filled with color. So if I make this map now over here, if you bring this map, okay, now you have same options, location, but you will not have the option of do size in this. So now if you pick up the country, right? If you pick up the country now, it will show you that US completely filled with color. You see, US is coming filled with color. Previously, what was happening in this case was the chart was showing only one single bubble of US. Now it is showing the area completely filled with that color of the US. In this US, if you now bring the states, and this map, now if you bring this in, so just watch this for a second. Now it will plot. If I go down to the hierarchy, it will, as it's loading it up, it plots all the states now. So if you hover it now, it's a filled map, right? So it is not showing bubble. Now this is Washington, this is California, this is Arizona, right? This is Wyoming. So you hover it and you can see the state name. And now, how will I show some values on it? So for that, we actually have to make use of tooltip. So what I do is maybe I'll put the state on the legend so that every state gets a different color. No, it's not coming. Right? The hierarchy that was catching up. So you see now every state is coming in different color over here now. So if you want to show the sales value, what you can do is you can just pick up the sales and put it in the tooltip. If you come down over here, you can put it in the tooltip now. Now that number will be visible on this tooltip over here. That in this state, this is the sales value that you have. Right? So this is a field map. So we don't use too much of field map in Power BI, because it doesn't give a good information in one go. You actually have to hover on the map and then you have to figure out what that sale is or what that profit is. Got the point? Now, like one of you were mentioning it, you were not getting the right cities. So why is it happening? See, because it would be happening because you all would have simply dragged, like if you make a bubble map over here, suppose you simply drag cities inside it. If you straight away pick the city and you drag it. So what happens in that case is, so like if you will see cities are coming at various locations. So basically some cities it is showing in Australia, some it is showing in Europe, but technically we know that the data is of US. So how is it possible that it is showing the cities in Australia, or it is showing the cities in the Europe? See, because now say the city names can be duplicated, right? You can have a Delhi in, like, you have Delhi in India also, and you have a Delhi in Canada also, right? So if you simply plot Delhi, so now Power BI can get confused and you can plot it anywhere. But when you say first the country and then the state and then the city, now it knows that within the India there is a state Delhi and in that city New Delhi. Right? That is how it plots it up over there. Then it knows, like it follows that hierarchy in that case. So if you have such a scenario, you should go with the hierarchy so that you do not get any inconsistent results on the map.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
So please make it up.
Hi, Amit. It's not showing size option for me. Maybe it's the new version. I don't know.
Size option is only available in the bubble chart, right?
Yeah, it's not available in the field map.
No, it should be. Can you share your screen?
Yeah.
I'll just be back. Just 1 second. Yeah.
Yeah, so over here,
No, it's in the it's in the bubble map. You are set in the field map. So in the bubble map, in the field map, you will not get that size option.
yeah, that's what I was saying, that it's not getting, for you, it was showing the size option for field map.
No, I also don't have that. I also don't have that. See, like in this map, I have the size option over here, but in this map, we don't have. So that in that case, you have to use tooltips. So I have dragged it in the tooltips. Sales is dragged in the tooltip. So when you hover on this, then the sales will be revealed.
Is it show?
Hi, Amit. I have a question. If the location name is spelled wrong in the database, then is there any way to edit it?
If the location name is spelled wrong,
Yeah.
so you will have to correct that in the data set.
Okay.
So then it will
But
plot it.
but in
Not-
Tableau, we used to do that, right?
Over here, you don't have that feature.
Okay. Okay.
Ahmed, can you show me the field for field map? Because I'm not getting the colors for the state.
So I have dragged state on the color, and in the location, I just kept the state.
State and colors. How to select the color? Where do you-
State on the legend. I mean, color as in legend.
Actually, can you show me?
Like this, state in the location
Okay.
and the state in the legend.
Yeah. I should remove the country. I have
Remove
location.
the-
of country. Okay.
Remove the-
Okay. Got it. And for map, I'm just getting US Cancus, the center place, one dot. Should I remove the country again? Okay.
Can you share your screen? I'm just not getting it. Can you
Okay.
share your screen once?
This map.
Yeah. So you have to just drill it down, right? So like you're setting the bubble map. So you have this drill down options below this chart. Below the chart, you see next right one, right on the right side.
Okay.
No, turn that off. Turn that off. That button that you clicked on, click
Okay.
yes. Right one. Right one.
Okay.
Basically, so there is a difference. I would just like to tell you over here. See, if you see this country, you are getting a drill down. Okay, if you remember, if you see over here, right? So like yesterday, what we were doing was, I hope you remember all those drill down options that we discussed yesterday, right? So you have a drill down options on this map as well over here that we have created. So what I do is, let me bring the country here. Let me bring first the country and the state. Now this is a complete hierarchy that I have. See, now just understand this one. So now right now the chart is at country level. So when you click on this level, what happens is, if you remember, it expands down. Expands down means that with respect to the country, it will go to the state level. Right? With respect to the country, it will go to the state level. So if I click on this, the chart goes at the state level. Now, if you will hover on this, it will tell you that the country is US and the state is California. Correct? You get two information, country is this, state is this. You click it again. Now with respect to state, it is going to expand. So now it is saying that, okay, country is this, state is Montana, and the city is this. You can see the complete information. It is going step by step. But now if I move it up, if I use this option over here, right? So or you will feel that in the first go that the nothing is different. If you click on this, and the first inside you will feel nothing is different, because what has happened now is the chart has gone to the next level. Now what it is done is from country, it has ignored country now and it has gone to the state level now. Okay, sorry. Right, what has happened is it has ignored country and it has gone to the state level now. So now if you will take a look on this, it just gives you state name. It is not giving you the country name. Now this state Michigan could be anywhere. If suppose the Michigan was in some another country also, there was a chance that Power BI might would have plotted it wrong, and you will see that same thing right away. Now if I take it to the city level, you see the map gets distorted, because now it is not considering country and state, it is directly jumping onto the city. And it found that some of it has plotted some of the cities in Australia, it has plotted some cities in, you know, this Africa side and Asia side. So you can see over here the map goes wrong, but when you were using this option it was expanding, correct, where you were getting the correct representation of your data. Is the difference clear between these 2 points?
Yes.
Now everyone please add a new page. Now over here, please make a bar chart of sales by subcategory. Just make a normal bar chart where I would like to see sales by subcategory. Done. Okay. So I make a normal bar chart. In that, on the axis, I bring the subcategories and I bring the sales in the values. So bar chart is ready. What was grouping in the Power BI? Oh, sorry, in the Tableau. What was grouping in the Tableau?
We could group one or two categories or more categories together. Suppose like chairs and tables, we want to group together. We could do that.
Correct. So now that same option is available over here also. If you right click on that subcategory, and you say create group, you will find an option of new group. Just click on new group. Okay, so when you click on new group over here, so this option dialog box will come up. Now where you can just have to group the data. Suppose you want to group the same thing, right? Tables and chairs. So you click on tables and press Control key and select chairs and group them. There you go. So your group is created. Right. So please create this. Right. So if you will create a group, so what will happen is there is a new column that will be created. You will find that new column of subcategory group would have been created. See, subcategory group. Now on the axis, remove that and bring subcategory group. And now you will see chairs and tables are coming together. Right, the same chart that we made previously. Now, so everyone, please, if you can confirm, you are able to all able to make it.
How did you invert the table?
Sorry,
How did you invert the columns from vertical to horizontal?
invert the columns as sorry, doing it again.
Like they were vertical for me, how can I make them horizontal?
So this chart, right? This one, if you make it this one, so it will be vertical. If you make this one, it will be.
There's no option in the chart itself to invert it. Like Tableau has an option in the chart.
So in Tableau, what you do is you drag and drop the fields, then the chart is created. And over here, first you select the chart and then you drag the fields, right? So
Right.
that is why there's a difference. So you don't change what you do in the Tableau is you actually inverse the field. So when you inverse the field, the chart changes. But over here, we are first selecting the chart. So just make sure that you select this chart if you want the horizontal bars. If you want
Okay.
vertical bars, select this chart.
Okay.
Now, same way, what if I do over here now is if I come on this chart now over here. Okay, so now what you want to do is suppose what I would like to do over here is I would just like to explore a chart that is a scatter plot, right? So if you want to make a scatter plot now, right? So you want to make sales versus profit chart and you want to make a scatter plot. So you can use scatter plot over here. You bring that scatter plot. And in this scatter plot, what you do is you drag the sales. So now see in the scatter plot, you will see X and Y axis both are coming. So what should I keep on X axis? That will be my sales. And what shall I keep on my Y axis? That will be profit. And a scatter plot will be ready, which will show me one single number. That is the sum of sales of profit and sales. Okay. So now what I do over here is I want to see this total sales for each transaction, right, everyone? So now please, this is a new function that you will learn. So you want to see the sales and profit for each transaction because by default, what is happening over here is Power BI is just adding up the sales and profit for me. So what I do is if you will click on this arrow and you say don't summarize. So when you say don't summarize, now it will not sum up the numbers. It will show you each data point on this map. It is going to show you each and every data point on this map that for every transaction, that every row that we have, what was the sales value and profit value in each row, you will be able to see. Getting the point? So I am saying do not sum up, right? If you remember, like in Tableau, we saw that the aggregate measures option that we used to uncheck. That didn't used to. What that used to do was it used to tell us that do not summarize. So now I can see the same stuff over here that as the sales are increasing, the profits are increasing. There are a lot of there are a lot of the line items where the loss also happened. And you see at the top of that, there is small eye icon comes. If this eye icon comes over here, it's like information that there is a lot of data that you have on this chart, and we know it, right? We have 10,000 rows, so all those data points are visible on this map right now. So it is just a warning kind of a icon that it gives you that you have lots and lots of data points over here. Now, if you change it back, now change it back to sum. Sales and profit, change it back to sum. If you want to see the sales and profit by subcategory or category, so you have a section of details. So what you can do is you can pick up the column of subcategory. If you pick subcategory and put in the details, so you will see now that sum of sales will break up. Now it is showing you that for each subcategory, what was the sales and the profit.
I'm getting a error saying remove details to display X and Y axis pairs.
Sorry, can you come again, please?
Remove details to display X and Y axis pairs.
Subcategory of the details. And what I'm doing is I'm just trying to break up the total of sale and profit by subcategory.
When I try to do, I'm getting an error.
Can you share your screen?
Yeah, sure.
Can you just remove? Can you hide those options? Select the chart. So sales. Actually, you have not summed it up. Just click on that arrow. Click on that this sales arrow. Sales
Here,
from the field. This little arrow. Make it sum. Make it sum. Same for the profit.
okay.
Okay. I think for profit you have done it. You did it for the profit, but you didn't do it for sum.
Okay.
So I was showing sum of sales of profit and sales. So I just broke it up on the basis of subcategory. Okay. So now this is where we make this chart. Now, what is the next thing that we are all are going to do over here is that now I'm going to tell you about something called as fields pane. Right? You will see a filter. The filters pane. So one filter, we have already seen that you can put a slicer and slice and dice your data. That is one thing. Second was interactions. So when you click anywhere on the chart, the data gets filtered, right? And just just to show you one thing on this scatter plot, now you have some more features also. So like you have a feature of size, right? Size means like if you put the quantity on the size, so you will see the bubble size will change. Big bubble means higher sales, small bubble means smaller sales. Correct? So bubble size is telling you about the sales now. And likewise, you have an option of play axis. Right? Play axis is like if you want to make some animation. It's like an animation on this chart. Okay, animation is like, see, suppose I bring the categories inside this. I bring the category in the play axis. Or just wait for a second, just watch it. You will get this play button. Now what will happen is it will automatically switch, it will automatically change the the categories, and it will look like the chart is moving. See, if I click on play, furniture, office supplies, technology, so it looks like the chart is changing. So it's changing applying the filter one by one. That is play axis. So if you have to show this thing on your website or your some a fancy part, that is where you will be making use of that play axis. Otherwise it's not of much use. Okay. Now, what I'll do is I was talking about the filters. See now this filters pane that I'm talking over here. Now this filters pane is something where what you can do is you can show this also to the customer and you can hide it also from the customer. But before we show it or hide it, I would like to tell you what exactly it is all about. Filters pane is, it will give you three capabilities. Filter on visual, filter on page, filter on all pages. So these are the three options that you get over here. Filters on visual, filter on page, filter on all pages. Now you will not be seeing filter on the visual right now. It will come if you select a visual. Suppose if I select this chart right now. If you select this chart, so what happens over here is when you select this chart over here right now, the moment you select this chart, so what happens over here is you will see filters on this visual is coming. Filters on this visual. So when you see these filters on this visual, so what is going to now happen over here is this mean, I can apply a filter which will work only on this chart, only on this chart. Okay, the filter that is going to work only on this chart. So now what I do over here is see if I've dragged two fields in this, so sales and subcategory both are coming on this. If you realize that you don't want to show all the subcategories in this chart, say suppose the fasteners, labels, it has very low sales, you want to skip it from the chart. What you can do is you can click over here on the subcategory. Oh sorry, not here, on this subcategory. You will say select all and you will uncheck the labels, the fasteners. So when you apply this filter over here, now this filter is working only on this chart, right? Not on the other chart. Other chart is unimpacted. There is no impact on this chart. Only on this chart, I am saying that I don't want to show them because they had very low sales. Making sense to all of you what we have done? Right? So I just said that I don't want to show these. On top of that, if you feel that you want to apply any other filter also, you are free to do that. Suppose if I drag the category over here where it says add data fields. Now, if I say that I only want to show the data of furniture, see now filter is applied only on this chart that the data of furniture is only visible, but other charts are still unimpacted. Over here, you will see everything, right? Furniture also, office also, technology also, everything is there. But when you talk about this chart, that is where you don't have it. Okay. Same way, if I remove this category filter from here, I have removed the category from here. Now you have a filter on this page. Now it is very quite obvious, you all can understand it. You want to apply a filter that works on all the entire page. So you pick up the category and put it over here. Now from here, if you select furniture, see on both the charts, the data is visible only for furniture. Right? If you play it, this will just show the data of furniture only. Now, when you drag something on this page, it means it is going to work on every chart on this page. And if you remove it from here, then you have the last option, filter on all pages. So if I pick up the category and I put it over here and I select country from here, I select furniture over here. Now, if I'll go to the page 2, over there also I will have the data of furniture only. If I'll go to the page 1, over here also I will have the data of furniture only. You see, only furniture is visible. In sales by category, only furniture is visible. So that works on all the pages now. So depending what you want, you can choose this option. So please, all of you just spend 2 minutes and try this out. Okay. So if I remove it from here, so it will be all visible. So all of you, can you now try to make a chart over here to show top 10 products? Just get a chart to show top 10 products over here. Right, suppose if I want to make a product bar chart over here, so I can make a normal bar chart over here now. And in this normal chart, what I do is I bring the product names on the axis and I bring the sales value. I bring the sales values. and I just want to show top 10 products. So what will I do in this case?
So the filter type top end.
Filtering and top end. Yeah.
You have to add sales and add data field.
So in the product name, what I can do is I will say I want to apply top end and top 10 by sales. So we'll pick up the sales value and put it over here and say apply filter. So this will now show you top 10 products by sales. So now just come over here, right? So I'm just telling you the different charts that you can make, right? So if you now come over here, you have an option of making a table. You also have an option of making a matrix. So let me add a new page, and now let's try to talk about what is a table and what is a matrix. Right? So if you click on table, right? Table is a normal structure where you just keep on dragging your fields and you will get a table structure, right? Like for example, if you now bring country, it shows country United States. You bring the state, it shows the state. Right, country and state. You bring the city, it will show the city also. But if you want to make some numerical field, you can bring the sales also. So like for example, if I bring the sales over here, so you will be able to see the sales now. Country, state, and sales.
In Power BI, do we have the option of cluster for scatter plot? Hello? Am I audible?
No?
Yeah, I'm saying in the scatter plot, like in Tableau, we used to cluster them and have different colors.
And you can do it over here also. In the scatter plot, you will see there's an option of legend. There's an option of legend that you can see. So in the legend, if you will drop something, it will come on the colors. Suppose if you
Now,
drag,
suppose I want that the sales above a certain point are colored, or yeah, let's say sales above
that was set, right? That we talked about set.
set.
So that you can't do over here right now. So that is not available on the legend right now.
Okay.
Okay, sorry, yeah. Right, so that was set option, which is right now not over here in the Power BI. So now I was showing you about the table, right? So in the table, what you do is you get the data in the tabular format. So for country, states, and sales, you can see the sales over here. Similarly, you have an option of metrics. So what is a metric? See, this is a metric. So metric is something that will make you, that will remind you of pivot tables. In the matrix, you get rows, columns, and values. Okay. Suppose in the rows, you want to keep category. In the columns, you want to keep region. Now you can control it, how you want to show your stuff. And you pick sales in the values. And there you go, a matrix is created. Okay, everyone. So in this matrix, when you create, you can drag multiple fields also, right? You can drag after category, you keep subcategory also inside it. If you keep subcategory also inside it, so you see you get a hierarchy. So if you now expand it, so you can see in furniture in these subcategories across these regions, this was the sales, and you get the totals also. Right, everyone? Are you all able to make it? In this matrix, right, you will, if you will come to the formatting, you will find the options to control the totals, right? Like for example, if you come in the subtotals, if you do not want to show the subtotals, you can turn them off, right? So you see you're not getting the subtotals now, right? So you don't get those subtotals anywhere. Okay. So class, I think this is where I'll take a pause for today, right? So basically visualizations I was trying to cover up for today. So tomorrow session, what we will be doing is, so we will be starting off with data transformations, right? So what I'll do is right now I'll share a data set with you. So let me tell you what data set I'm going to share. Right, this is a data set that I'm going to share with you. The same, right? This data set that you all use in the Tableau also. So that's the same data set that I'm going to use with all of you over here. The banking data. So what you all have to do is you have to make a report on this in the Power BI now, right? In that you have to show me the sales by, based on your understanding, you have to show the sales, like how many male and female do we have, how the people are distributed across the different age groups. You have to make a chart based on the region, job classification, and the balance, right? These are the different charts that you all have to make. Okay. So just make a report on this, just taking your inspiration from that same Tableau report that we built. And then you have to present it. And you can share the screenshots over the chat also so that I can take a look at it. On the WhatsApp, you can share the screenshots of whatever you make. So if I'll have some thoughts, I can share it on the WhatsApp right away. Right, everyone? Right. Okay. So this is where I'll take a pause. So data set, you all have it, right? Or do I need to share it again? You all have the data set with you, right? If anyone doesn't have, I can reshare it over here.
Yeah, please share it.
Yeah, sent.
Amit, I have a doubt on the matrix.
Mhm.
So when I remove all the subtotals, all the row and column subtotals, after that there's an option below of grand total. And in grand total, if I apply to labels and I turn it on, like I want to see the grand total below. So of all the column, like central, east, south, and west, and also of all the categories.
See, basically, this option is grand total for the it is for the formatting option. So if you come over here, you just what we'll do is this column totals. So this is the column totals that you get over here, right? If you just keep the row total, the rows of totals, so you get the row totals over here. Now this grand total that you have, if you want to just like if you just want to show that off, you want to change its colors and all so that you can apply it over here. So now you will change the colors and all. You can now see the totals, the overall totals.
So this total which you're showing at the bottom is the total for technology, furniture, and office supplies.
So this is the overall total, right? This is the overall total of central, east, south, and west.
How did you get this?
I just turned on that this option that is row subtotals.
But if I don't want the subtotals for furniture, office supplies, and technology, but I just want the grand total, can that be done?
You want the total of furniture, and so if you will just level it up, right? Now you want the sum of furniture, office supplies, and technology, right? That is what you want. So that is column. So you just want on the columns of totals that you will get over here.
No, I want it for the region only. But at the bottom, only one total row at the bottom. And
no, actually, no, it happens up because when you expand it, that is when it comes those totals.
yeah.
So when you click to the top level, so it will not show them. So it's because of that hierarchy it comes up.
Okay.
Okay. Okay then. So I will share the data sets. So let's connect tomorrow and take the things from there, right? Okay, thank you.